Mesdames et messieurs, aujourd'hui je vous parlerai de Tapas Beijos, a show which I believe is way better than Breaking Bad and Stranger Things. So, I'm just going to read it straight off the Wikipedia. Tapas Beijos, which in English is Slops and Kisses, is a Brazilian comedy television series that aired on Rede Globo from April 5th, 2011 to September 15th, 2015. It was created by Claudio Paiva, directed by Mauricio Farias, and starring Andrea Beltrão and Fernanda Torres as Sueli and Fátima respectively. The plot is that the show is about friendship and the unexpected elements of love in the lives of inseparable friends Sueli and Fátima. Clad in their identical uniforms, they work at Jalma Brides in Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro, helping brides-to-be fulfill their dreams with the perfect wedding dress. In the process, the girls hope to find their old prince charming, which proves to be no easy task. Sueli was married for 2 months to fun-loving Jurandir, a slacker who avoids work at all costs. He never fails to torment her life, especially since he's a waiter at the next-door restaurant to Drama Brides. Although she is still attracted to him, she becomes smitten by George, a handsome newcomer who arrives to cause a stir in her bachelorette life. Outspoken Fátima has to deal with the quirky situations of Day Armani, a seductive married man who swears that someday they will have a relationship that goes beyond working hours. He owns a gift shop nearby, and they are either constantly swearing love to one another or at each other's throat. Jalma and Flavia make up the lovey-dovey married couple who owns the wedding dress store. Flavia, who is also an employee at the store, does not cut the girls any slack and loves to boss them around. The girls love to hang out and eat at Chalita's restaurant, the place next door. Chalita is an offbeat widower who has a crush on Sueli and is in pursuit of a wife to make him happy. Sueli can call Saint Anthony, who comes to life and gives her bold advice on love, or listen to her repeated complaints about the men in her life. But eventually, in the second season, all of a sudden, the girls' romantic efforts pay off when Sueli marries George and Fátima marries Armani in one outlandish ceremony. But that does not mean the girls will have it any easier. They must now adapt to the roller coaster of married life. Despite all their romantic setbacks, Fátima and Sueli never lose their sense of humor in a hilarious attempt to handle their love lives. Okay, so this is what the Wikipedia says, and I'm going to now read the script that I wrote. So, okay, Sueli is by far my favorite character. I really like her manière carioca, and she's the cutest of the show. She's the most moral and ethical character, and she's great. She is a great provocateur. Usually her commentaries are the funniest and with a good sense. She still is a bit ludicrous and not the most virtuous girl ever. I like to mention that her interaction with Saint Anthony, perhaps they are a bit sacrilegious to hardcore Catholics, but they are a bit surreal, so I like it a bit. Fátima is a drama queen. She is extremely proud and chaotic. She is reckless, at times selfish, and the craziest character of the show. One detail that caught my attention is her eye makeup. She feels rather alternative, and I think that if they were to reboot this series in this day and age, she would be a goth or an e-girl. Her morals and ethics are lacking, and in a way she's the opposite of Sueli, but just in one way, cause in other ways they are cuts of the same fabric. Brazilian television is rather theatrical and a tad bit cartoonish and sitcom-esque. Yeah, I'm not sure if this word exists. The characters are quite exaggerated and they repeat their manières tout le temps. Perhaps American sitcoms are quite like this, but I'm not the kind of lad to watch a lot of shows to be so sure of. I want to say Armani because he's the most iconic. He changed his whole persona with Fátima. He tries to man up and act with a bravado. He always scrubs his nose and sniffs, and I'm like, why does he do that? The other two peculiar characters, one is Chalita. He's a Lebanese immigrant, and wow, this character feels lazy as a representation of Lebanese people. But yeah, at least we got a lot of Arabic food in this series, and like I'm passionate about kibbeh crew and sfiha, so yeah, nice Arabic food representation. The other one is Jalma. He's clearly insecure of being perceived as a homosexual. He feels slow and heroic. Okay, so I would just talk this about the characters. And right now I just want to cite some great episodes. There's one where Fatima wastes the rent money on a Blackberry if they go on a fuss to get money. This episode mentions the infamous Brazilian game Jogo do Bicho, which one day I shall make a video about it. And there's one where Sueli is gifted a mysterious tea by a cousin from Pará. This tea is like an ayahuasca-like substance and they trip hard. Jalma and Flavinha decide to visit Porto Seguro and they leave the store to the cares of them. And they're tripping way hard to take care of the store, so they just go home and leave the store open. The next day it's filled with homeless people. I recommend this episode. Watching this show makes me think of how much Brazil and its culture has changed, yet some peculiarities stay the same. Perhaps I could make a 60 minutes video, but yeah, I don't have the time or patience to do it. So this is the end of the video. I just want to talk a little bit about it. I really recommend this video and go listen to Abraçar-te-ei by Double for it. This song is extremely good. So thank you for watching this video. See you later.